Hey neighbors, welcome to the Shed Shop. In this edition of saying goodbye to my STIHL MS200T neighbors. I'm just kidding, neighbors. I got a damn good price on that saw. Welcome to the Shed Shop in this edition of saying goodbye to my STIHL MS200T. Neighbor Jay contacted me on eBay where I had this saw listed for $1,075 or best offer with free shipping. eBay charges me mass amounts of fees, and so most sellers raise the prices to compensate for some of the ridiculous fees. That's why parts are expensive on eBay, but it comes with convenience. For example, sometimes you might pay $8 for a large style pickup body fuel filter for a STIHL chainsaw on eBay, but if you go and pay $5.50 at your STIHL dealer, they're going to charge you $6 for shipping. And usually at $8, maybe $8.50 on eBay, they include the shipping. Okay, so neighbors, basically, I have gone through and cleaned the saw up and checked a lot of things over, just verifying and everything. Jay saw my video on YouTube because I have the link on the eBay post where I dropped a tree on you guys. And he got a chuckle out of that and thought it was really funny. And basically, he emailed me and we were talking a little bit back and forth. And he said he wanted to make an offer. And I said, okay, neighbor, go ahead. And I figured he's going to offer me $350, $500, like most people do. And while you can sometimes get a nice STIHL MS200T for $500, $550, you don't know what you're getting a lot of times. There are so many 200Ts that I have bought on eBay and other chainsaws too, just to see if it has a Chino motor, if it's truly rebuilt like it says. Or they're beat up, the clutch covers are burnt up, cracked in half, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Nonetheless, sorry I'm smoking, I'm trying to hide it from you guys. Did you dirty? This is also an edition of Thank You Neighbor. Thank you, Neighbor Jay. I did tell him, if you're regular to the channel, you know my uncle and I's finances are devastated right now. Due to, in part, him being in the hospital and missing work. For basically 3 months now, and my sales have been really low lately due to my chronic pain preventing me from taking in customer work as much as I used to, and other various factors. Vehicles consistently breaking down, costing $250, $350, $150. Seems like our vehicles, every month something breaks down on them. So, Jay, I think you'll find the saw looks a little bit prettier than the photos you see, okay? Because I've spent about 4 hours using a few tricks I know to bring back some of the color in the plastic. The next saw that's getting that is my 044 and my 064, okay? Because that way I don't have to worry about feeling bad about my prices on my other chainsaws, because they'll be pretty too. Cosmetics do affect the value of vintage chainsaws or highly sought after chainsaws. So I'm just going to put some fuel in this baby. I'm going to tune it with a tachometer actually, and I'm going to kind of explain to you guys a little bit about tuning, because Jay had said, can you just give me some notes on which screw I need to turn and why? He lives in Idaho. No, I'm not the hoe, you the hoe, Rob Weaver. Rob Weaver lives in Idaho too. Oh, Rob Weaver, well, you know what? I don't want to share his personal information. I'll tell you, Rob Weaver, but I don't want to tell the whole YouTube world. Jay, you can go in the comments if you want and tell us where at in Idaho you're at. So I'm going to tune it with a tachometer, which everything's a mess. I thought my tachometer was right here. Yes, it is. Okay. It's just slightly in the wrong spot. Okay. This is a very good tachometer. Okay. There it is. Damn it. If I remember, I'll give you guys a link to this on Amazon. I think I paid about $75 for it. And what I really liked about it is, okay, a product can be good, but customer service has to be a good factor too. Okay, if you buy a good product, but something goes wrong with it and they tell you to pound sand, well, that's not a good company. I emailed these guys and they said, send it here and we'll send you a replacement no matter what. Because basically I told them I got a YouTube channel and I have sent them some traffic for these. And so, fortunately, I just soaked this bitch in rice because we had an extremely humid day to where my buildings were sweating really bad. It was raining like crazy and then it got really hot and then really cold. We had below freezing temperatures and so it works now. So I didn't have to send it back. But that's service. When they tell you, hey, your shit's under warranty, just send it to us and we'll fix it or send you a new one. Okay, so Jay and other neighbors, most carburetors have 3 screws. Jay, on your saw, they're on this side, and on most of the steels, they're on the right side, okay? You have a idle screw, which you shouldn't have to hardly ever use if your saw is fairly tuned in. And then you have your high screw is on the top here, Jay, okay? Your high screw and your low screw. Your low screw is your low end RPM, so that's basically your idle RPM. When you turn it to the right, the saw gets less fuel and more air. When you turn it to the left, the saw gets more fuel and less air. And the same goes for the high screw. When you turn it to the right, and this is most saws, there are some saws out there where it's backwards, okay? Where when you turn, like for example, on Husqvarna's, you're turning the screw to the left toward the chainsaw. On steels, you're turning it to the left and it's turning away from the chainsaws. But like the 1 screw carburetors on the 017s and 180s, that's opposite, okay? You turn that bitch to the right to richen it out, and you turn it to the left to lean it out, okay? So, basically, Jay, if your saw is starting but won't idle, okay, it's not, most people will just crank their idle up until that saw idles. But if you let it sit there for 10 minutes, it's probably going to load up on fuel and die out, okay? Or if it's running lean, it's going to starve and die out, or you're going to blow your shit up, okay? So, then you have your high screw, and basically I'm going to show you your high screw is when you pull your trigger in and you hold it, it's going to set your max RPM. I like to run my saws a little bit rich. I cannot recall if this saw is 13,000 or 14.5. I think it's 13 in the service manual, but that's what I go by. His saw has had a base gasket delete, and I'm really proud of myself for the muffler port I did on this. I never quite had a 200T sound as good as this one does. So, that being said, let's fuel this bitch up. Okay, I've drained most of the oil. I've left just enough for me to tune the saw, okay? And, you know what, Chit? Can I can't use this tachometer on this steel. Oh, I already put some fuel in it. I forgot. Okay, because I can't access the spark plug, I have to use a wire, okay? And I'll have to do it a special way. I got a little bit of, is that fuel coming out on me? No, it's probably the interior cleaner. Okay, so I might be able to get a reading off of it wirelessly. We'll try. But I usually tune it by ear, and I will do a video in the future, you guys, out in the wood to show you the sound of how to tune a chainsaw. But there are plenty of other videos. Jay, check out a guy named The Repair Specialist. He talks everything carburetors. He is incredibly smart, and he's incredibly detailed the way he explains how carburetors work and how to adjust them and the way fuel flows and everything else. So check out The Repair Specialist. And again, you guys know I don't like Tin Man. I think his character is fake. And he doesn't care about his viewers like he claims to, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but we're not going to go into detail on that again. But he has a video, and I will try to find the video for you neighbors and put a link in the description and the pinned comment. But I haven't watched that video in over a year, and so I can't recollect the title of it, but I will try to find it for you. But you can find all kinds of videos on how to tune a chainsaw carburetor. So, Jay, this also is a little bit different than the standard switches on chainsaws. So like your saw you have now, it's different. Okay, so that's on, that's one. and then pull your trigger and hold it, and then go back here to 2. That's full choke, okay? Now, once the saw pops, Jay, you just got to very carefully, because you can push it too hard. Push it one click. Well, see, I did it too hard, okay? And it went to standard. So push it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to explain this. You can kind of hold your trigger halfway in. Don't pull it all the way, but then just click that one forward, and it'll give it half choke, okay? It's clicking all the way off. Why are you doing that, saw? Okay, Jay, I don't know why it's doing that. We should have a half choke. There we go. It's just touchy, okay? All my 200Ts are touchy like that. Even my 192 does that to me sometimes. Okay, so fire this up. Why are you not starting? I didn't take your carburetor off. Okay. Weird. This is the way my life is, you guys. This guy just paid a good price for this saw. I've cut with this saw tons, you guys. I've cut with this saw, and now it doesn't want to start. That's insanity. I've cut with this saw tons of times, and there should be enough fuel. This is crazy, man. Good thing I didn't just put this in the box and send it out already. This is bullshit. I hate this, you know? I work so damn hard. Why is my saw not starting? What the hell? This saw runs great, man. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I changed the rope on the recoil. That's all I did. That's all I did, and cleaned it up. Let me think for a minute, you guys. Let me think. I'm gonna have to take the clutch cover off. See, now my day just crashed. My mood just crashed, because I'm like, what is wrong with the saw? It was running great always. The compression seems fine. Yeah, what's going on? Okay, I must have knocked something loose or something while I was working on it. We're gonna check the spark. I haven't changed my screws on this at all, but let me check where they are. I haven't touched them. I'm going in a quarter out on the high. Low. If I can get on the damn screw. About 1 1/8. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. This is crazy. Just crazy. Sorry that I'm smoking again. I'm stressed out. And now I might have to refund the guy $950. I do have another one I can build, but I mean, there's just, to me, there's no reason this saw shouldn't have started. It doesn't make any sense. The saw should have started, no problem. Should have fired right up. Should have fired right up. So I am perplexed. Okay. Our spark plug is on. My spark plug boot, I mean, goddamn fucking weather. My allergy is just ridiculous. It's like 75 degrees out with 100% humidity, and then it's going to be 20 degrees tomorrow. No matter how much I blow my fucking nose. Got all kinds of dust in my nose. I probably shouldn't be trying to suck in my snot rockets. let's check our spark, and then we'll pull our plug and see if the fuel, see if it's wet, see what it looks like. I wouldn't see any reason this saw was blowed up or nothing. It's a good running saw. I mean, I haven't ran it in a couple of weeks, but last time I started it was only like a week ago when I was in town trying to sell saws. Okay, we got spark. That's not the issue. Again, I took my recoil off. I took my clutch cover off. I took my chain brake apart from my clutch cover to clean it and grease it one more time. I took my sprocket off, my worm gear. Let's pull our spark plug and see what it looks like. We'll take a look inside as well while we're at it. The saw should have started. There shouldn't be any issue with the saw starting. None at all. There really shouldn't be. Yep, that's my life. Need a longer scratch. Oh, it already came loose. Can't really grab this one with your fingers. At least I can't. God damn it. God damn it. See guys, this is my life. This is what happens to me. Just like the other day, a guy came to buy a 271 that has been having no issues whatsoever. I've done tons of cutting with it. I go to do my final checks while I'm waiting on him to get here, and then this all stops fucking idling. It won't idle. And took me 4 hours to get it fixed. I had to fucking do all kinds of different stuff to get it to idle. Give me your fucking plug. I can't even get hold of the fucking plug, man. That's crazy. Yeah, the plug's wet, but it's not very wet at all. It's not flooded. It's not flooded. Let's get an inspection light and see what we can see. The thing is, you can't see a whole lot of these motors on the top handles. What I can see looks fine. Okay, it is kind of flooded. I'll be damned. Did I miss a pop? Did I miss the pop, you guys? Did it pop on the first pull? This is usually a 3 and 3. 3 on full choke. No, 3 and 2. 3 on full choke, 2 on half choke. I know my saws. No, it's not enough to be flooded. I mean, it's really not. Now I'm trying to think, what the hell could have happened? What could have happened? I mean, there's good pressure in the tank. This is brand new O-ring. I don't know what the issue is, you guys. I don't know what the issue is. It's unreal, though. Don't see any kind of blowback. I don't see any fuel blowing back, so by visual inspection, everything looks fine. Tank vent, impulses didn't come off. I don't know what's wrong. I'll be damned. Okay, my muffler's kind of wet inside, but again, it doesn't seem like it's enough to be flooded at all. That's kind of weird. Okay, guys, I'm going to go get the air. We're going to try and dry this out, and maybe it flooded out. I don't know. But even if it did flood out with this one, when I was holding full trigger, no choke, it should have eventually tried to pop. I'll be back. You know, the other thing is, I've already sent Jay a photo of his Huggies box with a label on it, because I know exactly how much this saw weighs, and I go a pound over to cover my box and my other materials. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. This is bothersome. I'm upset right now. I'm so nervous now, you guys. I'm so worried now. This sucks, man. It freaking sucks. Our spark plug, I mean, it's the perfect color. Just slightly rich for me. That's how I run my saws. It is brown, not black. It's not white. It's not gray. It should be tan, but I've been running it rich, okay, because I was still breaking the saw in, so I run it nice and rich. Okay. It's okay. I'm so worried now. So worried. The saw is supposed to go out in the mail tomorrow, and now it won't start. And when you tune your saw, you have to have the air filter on, and you have to have your bar and chain on. Okay, you can't just leave the bar and chain off and have your air filter off, and everything has to be as if you're running the saw. Because if you don't have your bar and chain on, it's not the motor's using power, obviously, to turn the bar and chain. And so your saw is going to end up being way too rich if you tune it without the bar and chain. You're going to end up having your high jet too rich to have your RPMs right. So I'm going to leave it off, though, for now to try and start the saw. I'm so nervous, you guys. I'm so worried. What the fuck is going on? Oh, you know what? I got to hook the fucking spark plug up. God damn it. Why won't she fucking fire? I'm not going to pack this in the box tonight. I'm going to tune it, but tomorrow, well, later tonight, I know I won't sleep now. I'll have to let it get cold and make sure it's going to cold start. I must have just flooded it out. I don't know. I must have missed the pop somehow. Okay, so we're going to rebar it up. I don't know if you guys heard me. I can't send this saw out until I know it starts fine on cold start. But that is the thing. Everybody does it. Sometimes saws pop on the first pull, and it's a very faint pop. And if you miss it, and you keep pulling that cord while it's on choke, you are going to flood your saw. So, wow, you guys, see, I get overwhelmed too easily. That's that situational anxiety I have, and situational depression. Situations, I no matter how many skills I've tried to learn over the years, I've gotten a little better, but I get overwhelmed and stressed out easily, and get nervous easily, and fear easily, and everything else. So I'm trying to bar this up like a normal steel. That's not going to work. We got to put our bar on, slide it all the way back, kind of turn your chain, okay, a little bit, get it into the sprocket here, and then set it in the groove of your bar all the way around, get it on the nose here, okay, and then we can hold it down here. I don't know, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. So we Jay, I'm telling you this in case you've never done a Husqvarna or a steel. So basically I put my bar on and I slid it all the way back, and to get this chain on and off, you just kind of got to drop it and turn it just a little bit, okay, so, and then reverse to put it on. Just takes a little bit of a tilt. Okay, and then you set it in your bar like so, on the top rail first. Okay, get it into your sprocket tip here. Okay, and then hold it down here, okay, into the bar groove and pull it forward. And then, I should be able to get it. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes you have to loosen your tension screw a little bit if it's already right where it needs to be. Okay, and then your top cover goes like, or your clutch cover, just slide it like so, okay, and there's a little hole here for the notch out, okay, and then obviously line up your one bar nut, and then just put our bar nut on, and then hopefully I can get this without having to use a wire. But if I have to use a wired tack, I'm going to have to take this clutch cover back off, because my alligator clip is not going to fit through here, I'll have to feed the auxiliary line through and then put the clutch cover back on and plug in my tack to the wire. So I don't know if it's going to pick up a reading or not from 2 inches away. You usually have to be really close with this one. Okay, so let's see. It should just warm start now. There we go. Rich on the high end for sure. So, like I said, our spark plug's right here. I've got this alligator clip, but it's not going to fit through those slots, I don't think. But this side should. Oh well, maybe it won't either. Shit. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put it back here. I'll find a way to run it. But we're going to set it at 2,800 RPM on the low end. It's hot. And then we're going to set it at right around 13,000 on the high end. If it sounds good at 13,000. Because, again, base gasket delete and a muffler mod, we might have to turn it up just slightly or richen it out just slightly. So it's going to be set it at factory and then adjust it from there if I have to because of my ear. This all starts so easy. Whoops. Oh, you got to turn the switch on. Barely got a pull. I love it. Crazy, neighbors. At least I'm gotten high again. See, I got low and now I'm high. Bipolar. That's it. Until next time, neighbors. Be kind to one another. Everyone's facing a battle. Mine is. I hate my mental health. I hate that I get overwhelmed so easily. And I think, oh shit, and I go to the worst. It's not pessimism. It's just I'm used to the worst being the reality of my life. So I love all 8 billion of you, even though I suck at it. Hashtag persevere. Okay, neighbors? Let's keep persevering. You only fail if you quit. Till next time.